So in the last 2 days, week or whatever, I've made some changes in the garden. The big pond that I built, I got rid of it. I didn't like it. I thought the idea of it being long and quite thin, it'd be better with the surface area, but I just didn't like it. So I pulled it all down. It's just time to me. It's not really, just time and effort. Screws will get reused, wood will get reused. I'm using the wood to clad this one instead. And I bought this. I got this off Facebook Marketplace, and it came with £80 it was for that. 3 of these box filters and 3 pumps. 2 of the pumps don't work, and one of the pumps makes a racket, so the pumps are no good. But I would have been happy just paying 80 quid just for this, to be honest. It's 5 foot by 4 foot by 2 foot, which is going to become my fry pond. So I'm going to whittle my fry down to about 20, and that's good. This is where they're going to live. So it's going to be raised up the ground a little bit, insulated underneath, insulated around the sides, fully clad. It's going to have a roof on it, and we're going to try and keep it as warm as possible. I don't think I'm going to heat it sheerly because of the cost of the electricity, but I am going to try and keep as much heat in it as I can. As bear in mind, it is only 2 foot deep, so I have got that thought that it's not very deep really for the fish. So if I have to heat it just to 12 degrees, then I will. If I feel it's getting too cold and there's a problem, I will heat it. So what I have been doing is, because I haven't really got the room to mess around, I've been picking out some of the ones I want to keep, and I just threw them in with the big fish for now. And to be honest, they're doing fine. They've got the big fish moving a lot more of anything. I think I might have been a bit understocked and the big fish were a bit more wary about moving around, but since the little ones have been in, the whole pond's a lot more active. They're all schooling together, which you've got a school with going from 53 centimetres to 2.5, 3 inches. But yeah, they don't seem to be attacking them. Not really, just I have been keeping a close eye on them. The plan is they're not staying in here. There's a couple of shags which I'm going to leave in here. Don't see any harm in it really, to be honest. So I'm going to leave a couple of shags in here. I am feeding 2 types of pellet separately, so I've got a growth sinking and a growth floating. Everything's on growth, and that's sheerly so everything's getting its food. Some of the big fish can be a lot slower to come up and eat, and obviously the fryer ravenous, so I'm conscious of the food, and I do try and keep a good eye on making sure what I think is everything getting enough. So yeah, it is getting there. But I'm going to snap back in a sec and show you what I've just got. So this is what I've just got. Eazy pod. Got this again, Facebook Marketplace. Paid £2.80 for the Eazy pod and the 55 watt UV filter. The fella's gone to a bigger pond, bigger system, so I got this. So when I'm setting it up, I'll show you it properly, but I just thought I'd give you a quick glimpse on that. So back onto this. Big shout out to Dean, subscriber I've been speaking to a lot lately, and my mate with the van was messing around and he said, lad, do you want me to come and get it with you? And he come and got me last night and we went and got it. So I've made up with that. Appreciate that, mate, big time, appreciate it. He got a few fry off me as well to grow on, so I hope he's happy with the fry. He's normally like one of the first to watch the videos and comment, so he's probably going to comment as soon as this goes up. But yeah, really do appreciate you coming to help me get this, or taking me to get it. And as far from everything else, guys, you can see it's an absolute mess. So, oh, he also gave me this as well. Look at this for a bakki shower. It's a monster, absolute monster. Again, you'll see it all when it's put together properly. But what's going to happen with this is I'm taking all this 3v2 off I'm using the 4x4 posts, and I'm going to make a pergola over the roof. It's going to have a roof on it, insulated, and probably polycarb sides. I don't know whether to make the roof solid and insulate it, or polycarb the whole thing. I'm still thinking about that. But anyway, so this little fry tank that I made a little while back, that's going. I'm going to build a little roof in this corner here. The bakki shower is going to go on this side here, right up. So it's going to go up here in this area. Along here, it's going to sit on a shelf so it's not over the pond too much, because I don't want to lose too much space. And then in here, you're going to just be able to squeeze through this gap. There's going to be the Eazy pod, the bakki shower, little polycarb roof on it, so you can still open the windows. Conscious about that. And yeah, this will all be enclosed for the winter. The polycarb roof is, or the roof, whatever I end up doing, is going to end up coming out about 2 foot. Again, I've got to be conscious of this door, it's going to catch that, but I might have to do it on a bit of an angle, so it comes out and then straight. But again, I want to be able to see the fish and come over without standing in the lashing down rain all winter to do so. So I'm trying to design it right. Yeah, so I'm being conscious about designing it so it works in the best way. And the poor fish, I've had to put up with a lot of messing, to be honest, and I hate messing with them, I do, but I am a nightmare for doing it. So they have had to put up with me messing around with them a lot. Even now, it's like screwing the cladding on today. It's not nice for them to be in there while I'm doing that. Yeah, so but that's the plan anyway. Sorry, I was just watching these two. They were you see this, what I call a beckle. It acts funny, you know. All the other fish seem okay, but for some reason it's always just whizzing around the ponds, or it flashes now and again, or it's not all the time as well, but it acts strange. God knows. Never seems to be comfortable, always seems to be spooked. No matter what it is, how many fish are in the pond, it's spooked. Maybe it's just when I'm round, I don't know. But I only see it when I'm round, because I'm only there to see it when I'm round. This little kahaku, yeah, you can just see this one. So I got this, I got 3 fish from Lister Drive, and it was a little bit small, and I just put on a bit of weight. But you never seen him. He used to hide under the pump with the tench. Never ever seen him. And since I put these fry in there, he's just out. Never hides away, always out. So he obviously likes being with the little fish. So when the fry go back in the tank, he's gonna go in with them, because he, she, whatever I call he. It's like a Gimlin kahaku, it is. Nice. But it hasn't put a lot of, I've had it for months and months, it hasn't put a lot of size on it, but it's nice looking fish. And I felt a bit bad when the others went in, because yeah, it obviously didn't, it was obviously wary of being with all the big fish. But yeah, apart from that, like the last couple of days they've been fine. Yeah, the big fish, little fish, they all seem to be getting on, which is good. And Jamie, if you're watching, I've only just realised that again I'm holding my phone the wrong way up. So for your sake, I've put this back into landscape. I do think about it, just always after the thought. Let's have a look what's going on in here. My pump broke on here, so I've got another pump, but for some reason, even though the pipe is the same size as the pipe I had on there, it doesn't fit. I don't know why. It doesn't fit, so there's no UV on it in here, so the water's gonna be a bit of greeny browny colour. But it's got a filter for now. They're not going to be here in here for much longer if they are getting moved out, so unfortunately they're just going to have to live with it for now. They probably prefer the green water, to be honest. I think it's more for my sake. But And when I used to come over to here and there was like 200 in here, he'd be going nuts. And now there's probably 40 or 50 left because I sold some. They just don't move. They just don't like it when I come over. I see them on the top, I walk over and they all disappear to the bottom. But, safety in numbers, and you obviously don't feel like you've got the numbers anymore. So as I pick through them, whatever I'm not had interest in is going in the lake. Because they're all lovely fish, every one of them's lovely fish, but the size just isn't there on some of them. So the lake's the best place to bring that colour and size out. So yeah guys, as I say, it's a mess out here. The poor rabbit is having to suffer it. It'll only be like this for another couple of days. Yeah, I'm working on it every time to get. Also, when the baby's in bed, I can't really work out here because I wake him up. So it's a little bit harder, but not the end of the world. But I think the cladding looks better. I do like this tongue and groove, this shift buckle, tongue and groove. Then there'll be that's 6x2. I did one 8x2, but I think I'm going to suffer the 6x2 all the way around, which will cover over that nicely. And yeah, bakki shower over there, roof, Eazy pod, 55 watt UV. Should be good for the winter. Need to go and get myself a load of K1, which is not going to be cheap, and get that cycling. But what I'll do for while that's cycling is I'll just connect another pump up and I'll have the pressure filter which we use now. I'll have that on, and the Eazy pod just for a bit, just to get that K1 working, get all the goodness going. Yeah, I think it's not much more to show you than this mess of a garden at the moment. Let's say Becky's not happy. Told the garden would be looking nice the other week when I was nearly finished with this one, but ah well, it's a mess again. But a couple of days to a week, all this will be cleared up. What I don't use I'll burn or give away, and then yeah, it'll be good. I'll do a lake video soon, but this is what that'll look like. I think I'm going to paint all this black, get this black, get the posts probably black, the roof, leave the wood. I think it'll look posh. And yeah, as I say, I'll get a lake video going, and we've got the giveaway as well. So the giveaway is going to go out on a separate video, but it's also going to go out tonight. So stay tuned for that one, guys. So guys, just thought to show you what I'm doing. This is all the insulation from the pond. So what I've done is I've put a 3x2 bands on the floor, OSB board on top of them, king span boards on top of them. So I'm going to fill in these gaps and stuff. I'm not going to bother expand the foam them because I'm going to build up the sides and insulate the sides too. So I think it'll be nice and warm in there anyway. I don't think I need to go to the extreme, but I will fill in these little gaps a bit more, make cut them a bit neater. So then the idea will be just use the one hand. This will be sat off the floor. As you can see, there's plenty of support underneath to hold the weight. I've done a pond calculation on it last night and it's 1100 litres, which for the amount of fry that are going to go in here, it'll be huge. So yeah, and when I block in the front, insulate the sides, then I'm going to clad them with, if I've got enough of this, if not I'll buy some more so it all matches. Build the roof over it, very similar, so that matches too. Dogs fucking pooed, I'm not going to swear if they want to on YouTube to moan. Flies everywhere, clean that up in a minute. Yeah guys, so that's every time I do something, if not just a nice day, it's scorching. I had no intention of doing anything today, and it's roasting hot. But yeah, so I'm going to try to see if I can get this done today if I can. I PP'd this, so when I got back last night, it needs a bit of jet wash out, but it was green, so I filled it with water, put a massive dose of PP, I can't remember now how many grams it was, but it was massive, it was proper purple in colour. Scrubbed it, washed it, and I'm going to give it a little jet wash, another little scrub before I put fish in it. So I filled it with PP and I put the filters soaked in the PP in the vat overnight. So that should hopefully dealt with any bacteria. I think I'll be quite happy when this is done. I've freed up my plugs as well down there as well, because I was having to squeeze down that wall and climb along that wall to get to the plug, so it's just stupid. So this way I'll work out better, leave that little gap. I've only left this piece of wood on so I can secure the post, and then I'll cut it off from the post. From the same on the other side. Yeah, see what we're up to. If I do get it done, I'll snap back and show you before the end of the video. So guys, what I'm doing is I'm making the frame freestanding, so it's going to be like a U shape. So it's going to go down there and it's just going to slide over it rather than being fixed. It doesn't really need to be fixed. It's not going to have any stability on it because the way the pond is. The wood across the top, like the coping wood, is going to attach the two to each other, but it's not really going to be structural. So as you can see, pretty much full now. I'm just leaving the water sit, no fish in it. I just need to screw this frame together, and I think I'm 2 pieces of cladding short, which is always thought I need to buy more for the end anyway, but yeah, would have looked nice if it was all finished tonight, but that's where we're up to for now anyway. Oh guys, it's Saturday morning. This video was going to go out yesterday, but I didn't, so I'm doing it today instead. So as you can see, I need to finish the frame on the side, but that's what I meant by like the U shape, so it doesn't actually attach. It is freestanding, it will move, but when the wood's on the top, I will attach it a little bit so it's a bit more stable. When the sides are on, it will be more stable. But yeah, that's the gist of it. But when they're both going to be finished, I think it'll look nice. So I couldn't help myself, and never can help myself. Fry it in. There's about 50 or 60 in there, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of these. They're not all staying here. Someone wants a couple of them, whatever's left, the other I don't want thrown in the lake. Yeah, don't think it looks bad at all. And this one now is empty, drained it down last night. So I'm going to move this today, and hopefully by the end of today I'll have a bit more work done. So I'm going to end the video here guys, but I appreciate you watching. If you could please give me a like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that. But other than that, catch you in the next one.